Welcome to your March 2018 horoscope. This is a jolly busy month ahead with much happening up there in those planets. And I wanted to start out by telling you that Mercury, the planet ruling communications, travel, technology, is going to go retrograde on the 23rd of the month. So if you can, do your best during those first 3 weeks of the month to get out of the way any important documents, contracts, anything legal, agreements, leases. Really good time to do it before it goes retrograde. It's not terrible if you can't. It just might mean that you've got to repeat things and redo things, which often happens during a retrograde. And don't forget to back up your hard drive and really upload any software that needs to be done prior to the retro if you can. So let me break the month down for you, lovely Libras. On the 1st of the month, we've got a full moon happening here in your 12th house. This is shining a light on your internal world, Libras. All too often, you're always looking at your relationships, other people, what they want, what they might be needing. Now it's really about you looking inside of you. Taking a breather, pressing the pause button of your life from time to time. This is shining a light on your inner journey. So you might have things from your past come up. And it'd be a good time to keep a journal of dreams, because dreams might be especially powerful with a full moon in that 12th house for you. And it's a wonderful time for tuning into your own astrology chart, learning more about it, going deeper, learning more about who you are and what makes you tick. And for exploring anything in the unseen realms. Yes, ETs, aliens, channeling, past lives, metaphysics, numerology, whatever turns you on or fascinates you in that area. On the 7th of the month, we've got Mercury and Venus coming into your 7th house of relationships, lovely Libras. What more could you ask there? This is some possibly an interesting romantic meeting, meeting somebody that you enjoy being with, a nice friendship, a nice business connection coming into your life. Good time for any kind of communications as well with somebody with whom you're in a partnership or a relationship. Yeah, good time to really have a good sharing session maybe. And on the 17th of the month we've got a new moon happening here in this 6th house, joining the Sun and Neptune here. And this is a wonderful time. The 6th house has everything to do with your health. So new moons and new beginnings. So it's an opportunity to, often during a new moon, it's a good time for a cleanse or a detox or just doing something, maybe just eating more lightly. Yes, really just bringing more light into the physical body. Another good thing to do is to start a new exercise program, maybe do a different kind of exercise or maybe do some dancing, Libras. Very often dance is great for you, anything with music, anything that uplifts the body. And the new moon there can bring you a new job, a new opportunity, a new possibility. Maybe you'll take your work into a new direction. And also becoming aware of what new and creative thing you could do to help somebody else. To serve, to feel as though you're being valuable and useful in some way. And it could be just a little thing, a tiny act of kindness, you know, putting money into somebody else's parking, helping somebody on with their coat. Just something simple, but noticing, putting some litter into the trash. I sound American, don't I? Trash, into the rubbish, as we would say in England. And on the 18th of the month, we've got Mars coming to join Pluto and Saturn in your 4th house. So boy, this is a good time for taking action around the house. Getting any repairs done, tidying, sorting, decluttering, renovating, painting. Doing anything that needs to be done in your environment. And you might find yourself being quite restless and saying, I need to take a trip, I need to get away for the weekend or for a few days. And that too would be valid with that Mars in the 4th house. And on the 21st of the month, we've got the Sun coming into your 7th house, lovely Libras, wonderful, shining a light on relationships, on what you want in your relationships. How can you bring more balance into your relationships? On the 23rd, as I said, Mercury going retrograde. So an opportunity to rethink some of your relationships, to begin to think about you know, what is it that I'm really wanting in my relationships? What is it that I want to create for myself? And maybe just reassessing how you're communicating, what you're saying to people, what you're sharing. And maybe being a little more honest and a little less nice. How about that, lovely Libras? And finally, on the 31st of the month, last but not least, we've got a full moon happening in your sign. So in your 1st house, very much balancing out all the energy that's been pulling you really into your relationships, into understanding them better, into communicating better. And here we get this full moon in your 1st house. This is shining a light on you, lovely Libras. What do you want and need emotionally? What is it that you will make you shine? It's shining a light on the hidden areas, the more vulnerable areas inside you. All too often you can be very good at conversation, but you don't necessarily share the deeper emotions. You don't necessarily make yourself more vulnerable, surrender a little bit, open your heart like a child. That's what this full moon in your sign is encouraging you to do. And as you do that, you may find that the tone and the flavour of your relationships will shift considerably. Because remember, it only takes one person in a relationship to effect a shift. You don't have to get the other person to change. You can make the change. So I wish you a wonderful month, and I thank you for commenting, sharing and subscribing. Bye for now.